Hello. I hope y'all can hear me. I don't know what happened, but I could not I could not type, I could not unmute myself. So I just had to do this. Have no idea what happened. Anyways, we are taking two, I guess. Um, like I say, just wanted to talk about the missing now found trans girl in Denver, that was found at 96th and Colfax, I believe. And like the motel that she was found at was kind of like a hole in the wall motel. And she could have been like up against a building where nobody really went. Um, just a bad situation. So I wanted to, I just feel awful. I don't think her mom's put any updates or anything. I don't think they know anything yet. You know, she's been found deceased, but, always try to find, what happened, who did this. And, so now we're on the lookout for anything that might lead to somebody doing this. So that's where we're at with Jax. I don't know. I feel terrible about it. And um I honestly, oh my gosh. Yeah, I literally don't know what happened. My my lamp fell and I muted and then it wouldn't let me unmute. And then I tried to type and it wouldn't let me type. So I hope you all, hi FarQ, thank you for joining me again. I appreciate you. Um, how's it going? Um, yeah, so that's that news. I have just been seeing a lot going on in the news lately. Obviously, Karen Reed's trial wrapped up. P. Diddy's trial is wrapping up. Um, this high school party that I want to talk about, this trial is going on right now, and it's absolutely bizarre. Kind of like it was a, it was a stabbing incident. Kind of like more of an extent of the Carmelo Anthony, Austin Metcalf situation. And I did see that Carmelo is being formally charged. So we're moving forward in that one, which is good. Um, if y'all haven't seen, I'm watching the trial or bits of, I'm trying to watch as much of it as I can of the testimonies and stuff. If you look up Raoul Valley, the Shelton, Connecticut, happened in 2022. He stabbed 4 kids, um, one of them fatally, Jimmy McGrath, also stabbing 3 others. And I wrote down all their names, but there was like 20, there was like 30 people at this party and got out of hand. And the house owner or the house kid, the kid that lived in the house, and another kid got in a fight over some beers, and then it ended up in this stabbing situation, and it was just awful. So they had. Oh, it's okay. Um, so Yeah, the stabbing situation was, horrific. And the kid is now on trial for it. I do not like the defense attorney. I think he's a jerk. Um, and these kids that are testifying are absolutely phenomenal. I think they are, they're well spoken, they're articulate, they're um, kind of stand up kids, I think. They're older now. They're 19 and, they're like 19, 20, 21, 22 now, but they were anywhere from 16 to 19 at the time. So, but yeah, I think they're doing a great job. I'm going to watch as much of it as I can. Oh, good. Thank you, FARQ. Um, yeah. So that trial's going on. I do want to, go, I will eventually, go over Karen Reed, I think, or at least have a stream on it one night, a panel on it or something. I I don't really understand. I don't understand where the defense thought they were gonna get something out of it. I don't know. I could be just my opinion, but and then obviously we have the big Koberger case going on still. Not really sure how that's gonna go down. But I don't know. It's just all a sticky situation. It's messy. It's bizarre. Um, eh, eh, there's, once again, don't know where the state's on that either. But, like I said in the Karen Reed case, like states have to do things legally too. And if they don't do things legally, then we're going to end up where we're at with Koberger. And that doesn't, there's an, if the wrong person is prosecuted, that's not true justice. You know, someone said the other day that one of Richard Allen's jurors thought he was innocent, but the family has waited 7 years for justice and they need some closure. Well, yeah, but you're taking another person's life by doing so. So, you know, I just hope that, you know, the right people also get convicted. Um, not sure who else is with me, but just wanted to continue my, Colorado series and talk about Jax. She's been found, unfortunately, not with us anymore. Um, I don't know if they're, I don't know if the autopsy, I think when I found out it had just happened, so I don't think they have, or at least the autopsy hasn't been released. Um, yeah, I don't know if her mom has posted anything else. Um, there was a rumor that she'd been found on June 4th, but it was not true. And then a couple days later, she really was found. I believe Jax was she 34? They said they received a tip on June 3rd. The rumor was on June 4th. I think she was 34. Yeah, 34. So I think she was just said she was going to leave for a little bit for 2 to 3 hours and never came home. Her apartment was at University Hills, and I think she was found at 9600 in Colfax. Anyways. Yeah, so I just wanted to talk about that. And this high school party, this trial is crazy. I've watched as much of it as I can. I'm gonna go back and rewatch everything. And then um hopefully when it's over, I will go over the timeline of it, like the whole timeline and everything that happened. Yeah, there was like over 30 to 40 kids at this party, and things got out of hand, and now this kid is on trial. Hi, Stormy. How are you? Thank you for joining me. Just kind of wanted to come on and talk. Um, yes, yes, you did. That's great. Um, I don't know, just kind of want to talk about that and just kind of everything going on. CrimeCon is coming up, so I'm getting kind of excited. I'm just obviously a little worried money wise, but we'll make it. We shall make it. Um, it'll be exciting. Yes, I am going, Stormy. I can't I can't pass up this year really because it's in Denver and it's so close to me. Like it's probably the closest it's gonna be to me. So I can't pass it up. next year it's um in May, so I just have to have time to, whether, depending on whether I can go or not, I just have to have time to save the money and find out where it's at. If it's too far away, I have to fly, which is another, the plane ticket's a whole nother thing. But but if it's close enough, I can drive. But I think Denver's the closest it's going to be, and otherwise, because I flew to Nashville last year, I was going to drive, but then that ended up that I flew. So but yeah, this year I'm driving, and I know Denver quite well. I have spent, my great grandma lived there when I was young, and then I spent a lot of time there with my friend a few years ago before I moved here, and then my cousins live there now, so you know. Um, but yeah, uh, it'll be a fun time. Just I know that it's I know that it's May 29th through 31st next year. So I have the dates. Just don't know where yet until we get to Denver. We won't, they don't reveal the next year's until we go to this year's. So I'm excited to find out where it's at though. I do hope I can go. It's just kind of a distance and money thing. Got to figure out the logistics of it all. Um, but yeah, uh, CrimeCon is coming up, and I'm gonna try to continue to um, bring Colorado crime to my channel. Um, I know it still says Crime Time 101 on my banner, but uh, this is now a class in crime. I don't know why it didn't change on here, but hold on. Class in crime. There we go. There we go. Hi, PJ. How are you? Sorry about last uh the last live. Something happened. My lamp fell, and I charged my um iPad through my lamp, and my lamp fell, and then I couldn't type, I couldn't unmute, I couldn't do nothing. So I'm just like, I'm gonna have to start this over. So there we are. But does anybody have anything they want to um far Q? It can just depend um on, I guess, supply and demand, kind of. If you, a lot of times, if you get your tickets at the right time, it doesn't, but kind of the closer to the time, the more expensive they get. And then obviously, certain days of the week, I think, are cheaper, I've heard, to fly certain days of the week, and then to like certain times of the year too. It just depends. And then obviously your airline, the airlines are kind of different too, I think. I don't mind what airline I go on. I like them. I mean, I've never had a problem, so. Um, does anybody have anything they want to talk about, or does anyone want to join me, or anything of the sort? I don't know if you guys have heard about the high school party that's the kids on trial right now for stabbing four of the people and fatally stabbing one of them. I think the rest of the victims, the three victims, have testified yesterday, and I think maybe one of them did the day before, and the other two did yesterday, or maybe they all three did yesterday. I'm not sure, but I do know. I think they've all testified now. It's if you look it up, his name is Raul Valley. They are the kids now are like 19 to 22, and when it happened they were like 16 to 19, I think. Um the kid that's on trial was 16 at the time. So I don't know if they're trying him as an adult, but I think he's 19 or 20 now, and I do know he was one of the 16-year-olds. He was one of the younger ones. Him and one of the kids that testified. I watched the kid's entire testimony. His name is Griffin. Um he talked quite a while, but I watched his whole thing. He was 16. He was one of the younger ones at the party when it happened. He's like 19 now. Um the one that died, his name was James McGrath, I think. And then the other three were, I know two of them, no, I do know all three of them. I wrote all their names down because there is a lot. Um, the other ones that got stabbed were Faison Teal, uh, Tom Connery, and Ryan Hines. And the kid that the kid's house that the party was at was Tyler Rich. He's also testified. Um, Apparently Tyler Rich and Tyler De Silva got in a fight, and Tyler De Silva and Jack Snyder, I believe Jack Snyder was in the car with them, with Tyler De Silva and Raul. Um, and like Ryan Hines said yesterday in his testimony that, some of them like didn't even know that they were stabbed until, like, I think Faison Teal, the black kid, was the first one to realize that he was stabbed, um and then people realized that Jimmy was stabbed, and then Ryan um realized that he was stabbed. I don't know. Yeah, it kind of was back in my day too. But then a couple of girls from the lacrosse team, I believe, testified. Just a bunch of football boys. Um, no, because um, Raul, I don't know if he's Mexican, or I don't know what he's not white, but Griffin is white. Faison Teal is African American. But Raul is like Mexican or something. And then but Tom Ryan Hines is white, Tom Connery's white, Jimmy McGrath was white. I don't know. Yeah, four people. Four people were stabbed. One of them, Jimmy McGrath, is the one that passed away. And I don't know how old all these guys were, but they were all from 16 to 19. I just happened to come across it on Law and Crime Trials, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, how did we not hear about this? Like, I didn't, I mean, at least I didn't. I'm like, how did I not hear about this until it's going to trial? Absolutely insane to me. And maybe I'm too far away from Connecticut. I don't know, but um yeah, it was, and they don't seem like they were, I they got in a fight over a couple of beers. I think, what was it? The fight started with Tyler Rich and Tyler De Silva, and something about Rich wanted to fight De Silva, or De Silva wanted to fight Rich for a couple of his, because he grabbed a couple of his beers, and I guess they like got in a scuffle, went to the ground, um got in a scuffle, went to the ground, and I don't know how Raul and all these others, even Jack Snyder, and I think Jack Snyder, Tyler De Silva, and Raul were all in a car. Yeah, a couple of beers. But it doesn't, I mean, I think they were just being high school kids. Like, I don't, but the way Griffin and Ryan described the party, it wasn't like a rager. Like, they weren't, they were just like kind of casually drinking. They weren't like, you know, they weren't like all drunk, I don't think. I think they were drinking because Griffin said he had like two beers total that night. And then, like, after everything happened, like, they were like, after everything happened and the fight happened, they were just like not focused on drinking rather than the situation at hand. And that was that Jimmy was, the one that was passing away, was you know fighting for his life, and they called 911 and the police, and they called 911 and the police, and they showed up, and after that they said, they weren't really focused on the drinking anymore. But they never really were. They were just kind of all like casually drinking and like shooting the shit with each other. That's my that was my take of it. And I don't know. Um but yeah, that was just my take of it. It wasn't like a crazy, situation until the fight broke out. But I heard that they were there once, and then they went away, and then they came back, the people in the car. And when they came back, they wanted to like go fight him again or something, I don't know. And that's when he pulled out his knife. I don't know why he had a knife, but I don't know why he was bringing a knife to a party, but that's just suspicious. And I don't like that. It's just like Carmelo bringing the knife to the track meet. Like, why? I mean, I understand. Well, yeah, because Tyler Rich said they weren't invited, and he was trying to tell them to leave. And I don't know who took the beers, though. I don't know if it was Tyler Rich that took the beers, or if it was somebody else that took the beers. I don't know, but Tyler De Silva decides to start fighting Tyler Rich, and then they came back and started more. I think they were I don't know if they were taunting them, or if, the whole group was taunting the four kids in the car. I don't really know, but it just sounds like I'll have to go back and completely listen to it, but from the beginning, so I can kind of get an idea. But yeah, they came back, and then apparently that's when the fight happened, and then they didn't really know. Ryan said that he literally thought he was going to die. And he was like, and it was hard. Like he was, you know, gasping for air, like trying to, like, literally couldn't breathe. And yeah, it was, hold on. It was kind of sad to see to listen to his testimony yesterday because I can tell that the kid was, I don't think he was in good shape at all. I don't know. Now, I know Jimmy was stabbed pretty bad because I guess, they described it as he was bleeding out on the lawn. Um, and Griffin was kind of, talking about it. Um, and then I don't know the extent of like Faison's, wounds or Ryan's wounds, but yeah, Ryan said it was hard to breathe. Like it was in his chest and he could like feel like the bubbles in his chest or something. And he was literally, so Ryan must have gotten stabbed pretty bad. I don't know because I didn't see Faison's, testimony, but I will go back and watch that. Um, but yeah, that's going on, and I hope that there is some sort of justice and finality because one kid is gone and three others are, changed for life, and the other witnesses had to witness something traumatic as well, and they were young, just absolutely, like you said, senseless. Mind blowing is what it is, but um over a couple of beers, yeah. Craziness. And they all seem to be like, I mean, at least now, I don't know about then, but they're all like, early college age. And they seem to be really, really like like articulate, smart, stand up people. I mean, so I don't know. But, kids can be kids. I get it. But I think this defendant kid was obviously took it a little too far. So, but yeah, we really need to still be praying for, Jax's family and friends. I'm sure they're still devastated about it, and I'm certainly thinking of them. Yeah. Yeah, they're like early college kids now. Yeah, Griffin was one of the youngest ones, and he was 16. Raul, the defendant, was 16 at the time as well. I don't know if he's 19 or 20 now, but. And I don't know if he's being tried as an adult. I mean, he was 16 when it happened, 18's an adult, you're doing that to four people. I think you should be tried as an adult. My personal opinion. Oh, yeah. However, Stormy, I will say this. I will say this. I don't know if I don't know what his exact charge is, if it's first or second degree or manslaughter, but I do think they should at least I think they should probably go for second degree or manslaughter because I really don't at this point I don't know if it was planned that I don't think he planned on fatally getting someone. So I think they should at least go for second or manslaughter. Um, just because I don't know if they can, I don't know, maybe they can. If they can, they should, but first degree takes quite a bit, I think, and I think they'd have more success going for a second degree or manslaughter. Um, definitely definitely needs to do some time though. I mean, definitely because this, the one kid did pass away, so that's that's enough. But and maybe attempted second degree for the other three. Yeah. Um and then you know how like the Karen Reed case just got over with, like it just goes to show like that states have to do things legally too, otherwise you could end up, because now Karen is not just a hung jury, she's an acquittal. And so if she did, which I don't think she did it, I don't think she caused John O'Keefe's death at all. Um, but now, even if she did, like, there's nothing they can do about it. Am I, if I'm correct, I don't think there's anything they can do about it because they can't charge her again because they got an actual verdict. Um, not sure what, I'm not sure what they were thinking retrying her anyway. Because I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't, did they have anything else this time around that they didn't have last time? Or were they just charging her differently? I think now she did get guilty for an OUI. And she's got, a year probation or whatever. Now, the manslaughter, some people think that they should have got her for the manslaughter, but I don't know. I don't think I do, but because just from what I've seen, I don't think that his injuries matched up with getting hit by a vehicle. I really, really don't. And then I heard that the cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head and hypothermia, which also does not match up with getting hit by a vehicle. Oh, far Q. It was just absolutely. I didn't watch it, but I followed it, bits and, piece by piece or whatever. And it was just a mess. I think, I don't know what Proctor was thinking, but I think he messed up. And I think that police department needs some uh I think the police department needs to maybe do things a little differently. I do feel bad for John's family though, like um they don't have justice for John, but I think they need to go looking within themselves. But I PJ, what is your opinion? Like what, tell me what you think, because I truly want to know, because I don't know everything, and I'm always willing and wanting to know other people's opinions and wanting to have conversations. The dog bite lady is insane. She had memory issues. Yeah. They need to listen to her testimony. She questions herself a lot. Yeah, that's not credible. Yeah, I don't know how they can. She says, I think this could be. Yeah. Yeah, if it's not fact, then, and it can't be proven, then. Yeah, if you don't have credible sources, you're gonna find yourself in trouble. In which maybe this was one of the situations as well, and yeah, uh, Koberger's case is gonna be the same way, I believe. Um, there's just so much. Yeah, states have to do things legally too, and they have to be credible. I think I think with Karen, the most damning part to her was the video of her saying, I hit him. Like, I don't know if she was saying, like, I hit him, or like if it was more like a question, like, did I hit him? Did I hit him? Like, I hit him, what? Or if it was like, I hit him. I don't know. But things just don't match. All I know is that things don't match up. Don't match up. But that doesn't mean that she couldn't have. They just need to do things, find things differently. And I don't think they did it legally. And I don't know. Karen is sketchy, and her and Turtle Boy should get married. Um, can you explain the Turtle Boy to me? Is that her? Is he? Is he a YouTuber? Or who exactly is? I've heard of him, but I just don't. I haven't heard exactly who he is or. Okay, Stormy, thank you. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he was a YouTuber. Just didn't know if he was involved in it or. But he covered the case extensively. I think John was a very good looking guy. Like he's obsessed with her. I think John was a very good looking guy. I think Karen's a very good looking gal. It's just too bad. I mean, the whole situation, just too bad. I think it was just a party gone wrong. And there could be. There very well could be. I just don't know. But it does. I know they were adults. Um, I think they wanted to have a good time one night. I'm from Massachusetts, and police are a little sketchy. Not this sketchy, though. Well, I think you can find sketchy police everywhere. Some more than others, but um, I'm just glad that like I obviously like I'll admit it, like I went to a lot of like we were a party college, okay? And even after college, you know, even after college, I partied a lot. And, sometimes things did get a little out of hand. I'm just glad they never got that out of hand. I sometimes I question how I'm alive today and how, I didn't die or somebody else didn't die, but I'm just glad that it never, like, I've never been a part of something that bad, I guess. Because, I mean, I've seen some kind of bad things happen. I'm just glad that I've never really noticed anybody dying. They did, I will say this. I do think and they have said that her defense team was top notch. It's a theory that someone heard him at the party, and that is speculation and was never proven. I do think I will say I don't think that I don't think that it was on purpose. I think everything was accidental. Um, and that's why I say I'm kind of torn on the whole like manslaughter issue with her. But then again, I don't know. But yeah, especially in like cases like Karen's, like I'm very interested in hearing everyone's and even any case that I have a strong opinion about, I still want to hear why people think the other way. I'm not in this for, I'm just in this whole genre for learning and oh yeah, they got in a fight that night. Oh yeah, I know that. And I do know that wasn't there a huge snowstorm too? I do think maybe the weather had an issue to do with it. I do think that. Yeah, well, yeah, that's why I mean, she got the OUI. The what? Yeah, yeah, never a good combo. Never a good combination. Bad weather and drinking. Even good weather and drinking and driving is not, obviously, drinking and driving is not good at all. But when you put, she's a new OJ, as they say. I mean, I will say, she is the obvious one, but when the thing that messes it up for me is the autopsy, and I just don't think the injuries match up. I don't know, but I mean, I know everyone has their all their opinions, like, and that's, what makes America roll. And I respect everybody's, opinions, and I'm just here to learn. But I understand what everyone's saying, though. I do. Um, but yeah, and I really hope that in this high school party that I really hope that in this high school party case, um, that all these testimonies that they're getting match up with each other and point to this kid being guilty of this crime. Or, or if they find him not guilty of it, that they can find who did, because one kid did lose his life and three others' lives have been changed and many others have been traumatized. So I just hope that everyone tells the truth and the truth comes to light. And Jax? No, Jax was missing from Denver. She was a. Hi, Phil. Thank you for joining me again. Again. Yeah, my lamp. Um, yeah, Jax was missing from Denver and was found recently. She was a transgender girl that was a hairstylist. And was missing for like a month until they found her like a week ago. I wasn't gonna say anything, Phil. Oh, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining me. Have you heard about Phil? Have you heard about this high school party in Connecticut that went crazy, and um she just went missing from her apartment? and was going to be gone for like a couple hours, and then never came back and never showed up for work or anything, and her friends and mom, I think, reported her missing. Um, I don't know, but I don't think she was shot. I'm thinking more of like beaten and strangled, maybe. But I don't know, because I don't know if the autopsy has been released to the public yet, and I don't know if her mom has posted anything. And they don't have to. I mean, I just wish that they would maybe find a clue as to a lead to find somebody that could be involved. Not sure. But they did say, right, Phil. Yeah, don't get me started on that. That also makes me wonder if it was a hate crime. I don't know, but I mean, everyone says, oh, she was, loved by everybody and she was a hairstylist, and like she made everyone feel beautiful and she was beautiful and, everything, but yeah, she could have also been a target. Oh my gosh, Phil. mm, possibly. Yeah, because those people exist. But yeah, continued prayers for her and her family, and hopefully they can get a lead. If I get a chance when I'm in Denver, I might go around the area just to see what it's like, because I looked it up on the map and it just looked like it was I mean, it's on Colfax. I don't know if you guys know Denver or not, but Colfax, like the further you go, the shadier it gets, type of thing. And it looked like it was kind of in a rundown, like hole in the wall motel area, where it could have been, not well traveled, or well, people may not have been close enough by her. But then I was thinking about this today too, like the smell would be awful. But maybe there was just nobody's. Yeah. I mean, maybe nobody noticed. I don't know. Oh, yeah. I want to say, like, when it comes to strangulation, I don't think women are as high up as men are. But there's crazy women everywhere. I mean, I'll say that. Yeah, there's crazy people everywhere, so anything's possible, really, but some are just less likely. That could be true. That could be true. Not generally against transgenders as a rule. That could be true. I don't know. All I know is the target of transgenders are absolutely outrageous. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Not saying it couldn't happen, but yeah. So I'll see if I can, if I have time, I'll kind of go check it out, but if I feel it's safe, it might not even be a safe area. I don't know. Because as I say, like the further down Colfax you go, the shadier things can get. So I say it's okay to say humiliating things about the unsub, because they may be listening. I thought this was CT also. What's CT? Oh. Oh, yeah. No, Jax is in Denver. The house party, or the high school stabbing party was in Connecticut. Do you know anything about the high school party, Raoul Valley? I know you're closer to Connecticut than I am. But yeah, stuck on Karen Reed for a while now. Yeah, well, P. Diddy's trial is wrapping up now. Yeah, the P. Diddy is in deep Diddy. The P. Diddy's in D. Diddy. Oh my gosh. Um, I haven't either. I just can't get into it. I think I can't say 100 that I think he's guilty of everything, but I don't know. But I also don't know. I don't even know what they have for proof or non-proof. All I know is the whole thing is a Diddy show, and the accusations are awful, and I think he's obviously guilty of most, a lot, or all of it, and needs to pay. I was telling my dad today, like, it's really sad because, like, look at, like, OJ Simpson. Like, even though he was found innocent, like, I think we all pretty much conclude that he was guilty. But why would you, like, and, like, P. Diddy, like, I was a, teenager jamming out to him, like, well, not, well, yeah, I was like a young teenager, like, jamming out to him, and, like, I thought he was, like, the coolest. I liked his music, but you hear about all this other stuff that was going on. It's like, whoa. Maybe there was a reason my parents didn't want me listening to his stuff, or finding out anything other than his music. Like, I had to sneak around and watch and listen to Eminem and Kid Rock. Like, not that I think they're bad people, um, but I mean, the music industry is a crazy one. I will say that. And especially, like, P. Diddy wasn't, I mean, kind of a rapper type, you know? Like, the rap industry, I think, is awful. But hold on one second, guys. I'll be right back. There, I can unmute. I was worried about muting because the last time I couldn't unmute, so that's why I had to start over. Yeah, oh, hold on. I have forgotten to. My house is dark. I don't know if my family's home or not. Oh, I think they're home. I just can't hear them, so it's kind of. I didn't even know if they were home. But my basement was dark. Anyways. Yeah, so I'm just, yeah, I just wanted to come on and talk about Jax, I guess. I'm sorry for the circumstances. Wanted to give the family my thoughts and prayers. And not sure if anyone wants to come up and talk about anything else with me, but I'm kind of getting ready to think I'm ready to wrap this one up. Just wanted to make everyone else aware of the high school party trial that's going on as well out of Shelton, Connecticut. Raoul Valley is being tried for the death of Jimmy McGrath, attempted of, yes. I don't know if, I don't know if she died in the alley, but she was found in the alley. Who was found after a MS? That was Jax. She was missing for a month. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for joining me, FarQ, and PJ and Phil and anybody else that did, but I missed. Stormy, thank you. But yeah, I am. Yes, thank you for joining me, PJ. I appreciate you always. And FarQ, thank you. But yeah, I just wanted to, I don't know, I might get in touch with Jax's mom over CrimeCon if I have time. I don't know. And just, not promote, but let people know of the high school party trial that's going on, Raoul Valley out of Shelton, Connecticut. Accused of fatally stabbing Jimmy McGrath and stab injuring Ryan Hines, Tom Connery, and Faison Teal. So anyways, I will be following that, and when I go live, I will probably give little updates on it as well. I'm gonna try and figure out exactly, because there are, I list like just what I just wrote down all the names that I could, and I have like I probably have like 25 names here. Yes, I will keep you updated on the party trial. I have, like, as I say, like 25 to 30 names, and I think there's even more that I probably don't have. So, I hope everyone has a great rest of the night. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad I got on here. Next up, I believe, what's tomorrow? Did I have something? Hold on. Let me let me look and see if I have something scheduled for tomorrow. I believe I do. I believe I do. It's going to be a later night one tomorrow night though. I just have a lot going on tomorrow that I have to do. You know, all the things that you can't do when you work 12 hours a day. Um, Supposed to be talking about John L. Matthews tomorrow, missing out of, or the girl that was missing. Uh, I think she was abducted out of Colorado. Not exactly sure where. I'll have to. Maybe it was like, I don't know if it was Littleton or somewhere like that. But we'll talk about John L. tomorrow. It'll be a later night one. I have stuff to do tomorrow. Got to go to the store. I want to sleep in. There's a couple things I want to do. Gonna do my hair. And I'm not a morning or really even an early afternoon person. I work. My, my, my work day hours are 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So, yeah, there's that. um, but yeah, I will hopefully see you guys back here tomorrow. We'll be talking about Jonelle, and then um on the 30th we'll be hopefully talking about Kelsey Barrett, and on the 1st we'll be I think I have John Bonet scheduled for the 1st. So continuing our Colorado crime series, bringing you all crime from Colorado until CrimeCon in Denver. And then we're gonna kind of switch some gears, but I do want to keep up with this high school party trial, and anything else that may come along. All right, well, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate every one of you all the time. Always welcome, and hopefully I will see you all around and talk to some of you outside of this live, and hope all is doing and going well for all of you. Thank you for joining me, and until the next time, please just stay aware and stay safe. And have a good night. Love ya.